356 pesos, 12 pesos, 600 pesos, 150 pesos. Hey everyone, it's Bianca and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a pretty interesting and different video because today I'm gonna be doing my what I spend in a week as a college student here in the Philippines. I've been seeing these types of videos go around YouTube for a while and I've just been really addicted to watching them because, I don't know, I just think it's really interesting to see where people spend their money and how they budget themselves. So I thought, why not create my own version to remind me and motivate myself to save money, and maybe this video is gonna help you guys too. And the way that I did it is I listed everything that I spent last week on my phone and I just used the Notes app. So that's also something that you guys can do if you're starting to track your expenses. Also, I wanted to mention that during the weekdays, I stay in a condo/dorm that's a little bit closer to my school. So during the weekdays, I have to budget all my expenses from food, transportation, and the things that I'm just gonna be needing during the school week. But for weekends, I stay at home and I don't really spend that much on food or transportation unless I have my own plans that week or weekend. Anyways, before we get started on how much I spent last week, I wanted to say a quick thank you to UniSuccess for partnering and sponsoring today's video. So UniSuccess helps high school students get into their dream colleges and universities by connecting them with students that are already studying in their dream universities. And the way this works is they basically have to video call with students and they're going to be able to discuss things that range from housing, financial aid, application processes, just basically everything that you need to know when entering college. And I think that this is a really helpful platform for people who want to attend a college abroad or a college out of their state, because if you really want to know something about that university, then I think the best way to do it is to contact the students studying there because they already have first-hand experience and knowledge about the whole process. I also thought that this would be helpful because you guys can talk and chat with the students on how much they spend in a week, and you guys can kind of create an estimate on how much you should budget yourself per week for college. So if you guys are interested to try out UniSuccess, I actually have a code for a free trial. I'm going to be putting it on screen. And if you guys are currently college students, I highly encourage you guys to sign up as an advisor on UniSuccess. So basically, you're going to be talking to some students who want to attend your university, and it just helps a lot of people, and at the same time you can make some money on the side. So who doesn't love that? Anyways, let's just get on to what I spent last week, and let's start off with Monday. So on Monday, the first thing I spent on was a Grab going to my condo, and it cost me 336 pesos, which is kind of pricey, but I live pretty far from my condo, so that's why it was kind of expensive. So the next thing I spent on for that day was dinner, and I got Good Munch. I got their honey fish garlic, and that cost me 109 pesos. So those were the only things I spent on for Monday, and that cost me a total of 445 pesos. So on Tuesday, the first thing I spent on was a Grab ride going to school, and that cost me 192 pesos. So when I got to school, I was pretty hungry because I wasn't able to eat breakfast. I bought a peanut butter and strawberry waffle, and that cost me 60 pesos. That's one of my go-to snacks in school. So during that day, I didn't really spend on lunch kasi linibre ako ni David. So the next thing I spent on was a watermelon shake, and that cost me 35 pesos. Nag-ukay ako recently and hindi ko pa napalaba yung mga damit, so I figured ipalaba ko na siya kasi hindi ko pa magamit. So I got that done. That cost me 150 pesos. So after dropping off my clothes in the laundry shop, I decided to go to the grocery and buy some mangoes kasi minsan pag nasa condo ako, hindi na ako masyado kumakain ng fruits or vegetables compared to if I'm at home. So I just really wanted to get some fruits in my body that day. That cost me 94 pesos for 2 pieces. And then lastly, I took a UV going back to my condo, and that cost me 20 pesos. So yeah, kala nyo hindi ako nagko-commute guys, no? Ha? Kala nyo hindi ako nagko-commute. Na-feel ko yun. Pero guys, nagko-commute ako. All in all, for Tuesday, I spent a total of 552 pesos. So let's move on to what I spent on Wednesday. So the first thing I spent on for Wednesday was a jeep ride going to school, and that cost me 12 pesos. So the next thing I spent on was lunch, and I got fish generals, and that's basically fish fillet with eggplant and some kind of sweet sauce on top of rice. And I got 2 orders of that since binalan ko din si David since nilibre niya ako nung Tuesday, so I decided to libre him naman on Wednesday, and that cost me a total of 200 pesos for 2 orders. After class, I took a UV to meet up with Chelsea, and that cost me 20 pesos again. So we had dinner together, and I got the shrimp Alfredo pasta, and that cost me 150 pesos. And then after that, I bought a skirt from Chelsea's store, and if you guys didn't know, you guys probably know, but she has an online Instagram store called Oak, and she sells really cute clothes. So I saw a skirt that I wanted from her store and I got it. So that cost me 500 pesos, and it's just so cute, you guys. Like, I really like it and it fits really well. So I decided, why not treat myself and also support my friends. So, you know, it's a win-win situation. So mga 3.5 hours din kami nagkwento, so medyo late na kami natapos, and I didn't really want to commute going back to my condo ng sobrang late ng gabi. I think it was around 11 p.m. na, so I decided to take a Grab na lang. My Grab ride going back to my condo cost me 80 pesos. All in all, for Wednesday, I spent a total of 962 pesos, which is kind of steep, but minsan ko lang naman makasama si Chelsea. So on Thursday, the first thing I spent on was a jeep ride going to school, and that cost me 12 pesos. And then the next thing I got was lunch, and I got pad thai, and that cost me 100 pesos. And then I got dinner, and then I got Subway, and that cost me 110 pesos. I got their egg mayo sandwich. Puro pagkain yung nasa list ko, pero that's honestly all I spend on in school. And then lastly, after school, I took a Grab ride going back home, and that cost me 144 pesos. And if you guys didn't know, my school only has classes 4 days a week, so I usually go home on Thursday nights or Friday mornings, and on this week, I decided to go home on Thursday night. And on Thursday, I spent a total of 330... Oh? Joke lang. On Thursday, I spent a total of 366 pesos. So now that the school week is done, let's move on to the weekend, which dito tayo medyo gumastos. My weekends start on Friday and they end on Sunday. So on Friday, I had a photo shoot that day at 10 a.m. in the morning, and you guys, I woke up at 10 a.m. The call time was 10 a.m. I woke up at 10 a.m. The meetup place was in Venice Mall in McKinley, and I decided to just take a Grab going there, and that cost me 190 pesos. So after the photo shoot, we all decided to grab some cocoa because it was really hot that day and we just wanted something to refresh ourselves with, and I got the lemon dunk drink. That cost me 120 pesos. So after getting cocoa, Mavic and I decided to look around Venice Mall for a bit, and we passed by this jewelry store, and you guys know my obsession with small earrings, like small hoop earrings like this. Yeah, I decided to buy a bunch of jewelry, and I got 3 pairs of earrings for 356 pesos. And then after hanging out in Venice, I took a Grab going back home, and that cost me 120 pesos. And then when I got home, I went online shopping. I just saw this shirt that I really liked online, so I decided to just get it because it was on sale. And yeah, that shirt cost me 600 pesos, so it was pretty pricey, but treat yourself. Again, 2020 motto. So for Friday, I spent a total of 1,386 pesos. Let's not talk about that. Let's just move on to Saturday. I'm gonna make it up to you guys on Saturday. So on Saturday, I had an event for Snail White, and it was at I'm Hotel in Makati, and thankfully my father wanted to drive me, so he took me there. So after the event, pumunta kami ni Ashley sa Century Mall, and medyo walking distance lang siya from I'm Hotel, so nilakad lang namin, and parang nagpa-aircon lang kami dun sa Century Mall kasi we both had to go because we had plans. So I took a Grab going back home, and that cost me 100 pesos. I didn't spend on dinner because my parents and I and my sisters decided to eat out. We ate at a Korean restaurant, and yeah, my parents treated us for dinner, so I didn't spend on dinner that day. All in all, for Saturday, I spent a total of 100 pesos, which I'm pretty proud about. So on Sunday, I had a few things to buy in High Street, so I decided to just walk since, you know, I wanted to get some nature, some exercise, breathe fresh air, see dogs walking. Basically, my transportation for that day was free since I just walked. So the first thing I spent on in High Street was a drink from Frank, and I got the cinnamon rice miruku, and that cost me 125 pesos. So I went to the Athlete's Foot and bought some Nike socks, and that cost me 645 pesos for 3 pairs. So all in all for Sunday, I spent a total of 770 pesos. Let's total that up and see how much I spent last week. So last week I spent a total of 4,581 pesos, which is kind of pricey. She's kind of steep, she's kind of up there, but you know what? We had stuff to get done last week and stuff to buy, so obviously I don't spend the same amount every single week. Some weeks I spend less and some weeks I spend more. It just really depends on what I'm doing that week. So yeah, that was basically it for today's video. Thank you again so much to Uni Success for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check them out, guys. I'm gonna put my code on screen and link it down below in the description box. And also, if you're a college student, I highly encourage you to sign up as an advisor on Uni Success if you're interested. And yeah, that was basically it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye guys!